Hey, welcome in this video, and today we are going to see something very important, how to hide your king and what happens if it's not very secure. In order to secure our king, we need to make the castling. How to castle? It's a special move. You should grab your king, put it 2 squares towards the rook, leave it there, and the rook can put it in the other side of the king. And this is a short castling because the rook made only 2 squares, and in order to do the long castling we need to do the same with the king. But please careful, because we should not put the rook there first of all, because we cannot castling right now, but we should grab the king and after that put it there 2 squares toward to the rook, and the rook can go in the other side. And you might say, okay, I know all of these things, but even world chess champions don't know these things, and please check this video in order to figure this out. Did you recognize the players in the game? If yes, you're very welcome to write a comment below. And now let's see some examples. We have this opening, English opening, black replied with this one, here, there, and now e4. White's idea is to create a grip here on d5, so it's extremely difficult for black to play this move d5. But here white leave the dark squares unprotected. We have that move, and now usually white should develop his pieces, and if you need to choose between move a pawn or a piece, you should move a piece actually. This is a very nice move. After that we can play something like this here, castling short side, have a very safe king, and after that you should consider to play the move f4. f4 move is a key move, we need to do it, but you should not do it right away. And here black did it instantly, white did it instantly, black replied with that one, here, there, and now after bishop to e3, black grabbed the opportunity here to play the move knight to g5. Attacking that bishop, he would like to eliminate this very nice defender of dark squares, and after that he would like to create an attack against the enemy king. So here white played this move, calm move, say, okay, what are you going to do? If you give a check here on h4, then I can play the move g3. But here black had another option, and his idea was smarter. He would like to instantly create an attack against the enemy king. How to do it? By sacrificing something, eliminate the defenders of the dark squares. And after this he give a check. Now what to do? He played that one, and now he continue attacking the king. We have another check, and after that he grabbed the pawn and say, wait a minute, I can take the knight here. But please also notice, if you just take there with the king, we have a checkmate in one move. If you manage to find it, you're welcome to write a comment below. And here he just captured that knight, and now we have another check. King should march forward on d5, and things are extremely difficult right now because the king is in the center of the board. We can create this checkmate in one move, but you have other 2 ways in order to perform the checkmate. If you manage to find them, welcome to write a comment below. So now let's move forward to see, and let's see the second game. I have another one. We are just here, and we have another very nice position. Here it's white's turn. Actually black just played this one, and in the end game actually you need to put your king in the center of the board because the king could be active, like this one. You can see bravely here enough black put the king in the center of the board, and now we have the queen's exchanges, and after that he is putting more pressure against that knight. He played a5, and now king to d2. He felt very safe to put the king in the center of the board. How are you going to attack him in the center of the board, right? What are you going to do? I'm controlling this square very nicely with my bishop. And after a4 he played that move. He would like to eliminate the defender and create more problems here against the knight. Here black played this move knight to a5, avoiding this this exchange. Actually he can capture there, and after that maybe he can capture with the bishop, and now he is threatening to capture the knight, and he is threatening to give a check on b3 later, to give a check there on b3, and white just captured the bishop. And here we have the intermediate move. He didn't recapture this knight actually, but he gave this check on b3. This is a double attack against the king and the rook. He went up on d3 because he thought, if I go down, then he can take with a check. I go here, then he can take the knight, and I'm losing. For that reason he went up up on d3, but we have another check, and he said, okay, I have this threat here, I'm going to capture your own rook, and now we have king on d4. Now we have a very brilliant move by black. Can you find this move? It's very nice to find this moves in order to continue your attack. The big day is here because this new course with 42 attacking principles is ready, it's out there. I put my best foot forward in order to collect all the attacking principles, and with Grandmaster Marian Petrov we created this amazing chess course, and you can follow the link below of this video in order to read the description. Now please let me show you how the course is inside. If you enroll to this course, you can see it here, and after that you can start learning one lesson after the other. And if you click here on PGN file and exercises, and there in this green button, then you can see the PDF document. We have 5 of them, each one has 10 exercises, and then you have the positions. You can set up this position in your real board and try to figure out what is going on, and later you can scroll down and see the solutions there. If you like the course, you are very welcome to promote this one to your friends by our affiliate program. We have 50% commissions for you. So time is action is now. Here we have a checkmate in 2 moves, and black managed to deliver the checkmate in very forcing way. And in my training program you can see we have 2 different ideas. One is to give direct threats to check and mate, and the other one, as we're going to see later, we have the quiet moves. Play a quiet move to control some squares, and after that perform the checkmate. But here it's very straightforward. We have this check, and after that we have the brilliant checkmate with the knight. The king cannot go anywhere because we're attacking all the squares around him. Let's jump forward now to the next example, and here we are. After this move knight to a5, okay, you can see the king is here. Try to march forward. What are you going to do? You don't have your queen, right? But black would like to eliminate this bishop, and after that he would like to get access on this move, on this square on d3. So white went back. He cannot go in many squares there with the bishop, and here black played this move. White thought, okay, I can go forward there, because if you just exchange one pair of rooks, then you might capture my bishop, and how are you going to attack if we are continue exchanging the pieces? And now after that move black went there, but he already improved the position of his piece. White went back, and you can see here we have this position, the rook is on d7, and after that he played there, and after this he improved the position of the rook. And now white said, okay, what are you going to do? I'm continue putting the bishop there, and I'm offering the draw. Maybe something like that, but black didn't interesting to make the draw, and now he played this very cool move, bishop on d1, because he would like to find access on that square. On c2 he would like to give a check here with the rook, and now we have rook to c1, try to stop this idea, and the brilliant move came, and this is rook here on d3. This is a check actually. What to do now? He just captured, and now we have another check, and you can see we are forcing the enemy king to go forward in the center of the board, and this is extremely dangerous because the king, we can separate the enemy king from the remaining army, and we can give deadly threats. Now we have another check. He has to go here, and after this he just resigned actually here, because after this we have a checkmate, and usually in such situation I'm going to announce the checkmate in 2 moves actually, because I'm forcing the enemy to play the other player to play till the end, because you can resign even here, right? Why you didn't calculate? Both of these players had 2100 elo players FIDE rating, so they are very strong. And after this we deliver this checkmate. In any case, let's move forward to see more examples here to understand everything. I'm going to flip the board, I'm going to sit comfortable here and enjoy the game. After this move we have the modern defense, the modern or pitch. I have another video on pitch defense. You're very welcome to check it a little later in order to understand a lot of things about this modern defense and learn how to play against them. Now we have d4 there. If your opponent allowed you to capture the center, you can do that, and now we have this there. And after this, black here didn't play the move knight to f6, the natural move, but he played this move a6, another alternative. What you're going to do here? He played there, and now a4, try to stop this advancement, and black played this move b6. The idea is to play something like the hippo. This system with black points of view is nice if you play with a cheater online. If you play with a cheater, it's nice to play this system, this very solid system, because your opponent has a lot of options actually there. He can play this, he can play that, he can play this. He has a lot of space, he can develop easily his bishop somewhere. He has a lot of options, and with a lot of options it's very difficult to find the best moves actually here, to calculate a clear plan. It's not so easy. It's easy to go wrong actually with the white side. And here we have bishop to c4 very naturally, and black has this idea not to develop the bishop. It's nice to develop the bishop there, but he has the idea to attack the bishop, and after that to attack again. This is a huge mistake actually, because we can bring the enemy king in the center of the board. How to do that? We need to attack. Where we should attack? On f7. If I did it instantly, he can take and he can go back. So what I need is access to that square. How on earth can I take access on that one? By sacrificing, and for that reason here white just sacrificed the bishop, and after this he has access to that square. But actually he didn't do it instantly to capture there, because if you just capture with a knight, he can play something like this and everything could be fine. Here we need forcing moves. How to find the forcing moves? Like this, boom, a check, sacrificing the bishop, and he's just sacrificing two bishops in two moves in a row actually. Take there and now take there. You see, sacrificing a lot of bishops. And after that he give a check, and now black has a problem actually. You can realize the big problem. If he went here in a fade, easily we have double attack against the king and queen, so black is losing material. If he goes there, things could be even worse actually, because we can checkmate the enemy queen. And usually when you are searching for tactics, you need to search the checkmate, and after that you need to search about queen checkmate, or to trap the enemy queen, to put it in this way. It's very important, because if you manage to capture the enemy queen, it's a huge achievement for you. And not only trapping the queen here, but now we are threatening the bishop on g7 as well, so white is winning. And he went forward, and he was forced to go forward, right? And now we have this very calm move, because the checks here or there are not really working. He can take the knight, so he played this one, and he's threatening now to play this lovely check on d5. Black has to do something. He feels very uncomfortable now, and he played this move. Actually the black player has 2450, he's a very strong player, and with the white we have Wroblewski, very strong grandmaster, with 2700s. How Wroblewski continued the game. After this we have knight to e5, try to give back one piece in order to create more squares for his king actually, and now we have a very nice series of moves, because white obviously can take the knight. This is a very obvious move, but you should think like a strong player. How to do that? In order to see the intermediate moves. White can take that one, but before that he played knight to d5, attacking the king here. King don't have a lot of options, he went there, and now we have another check. And again the king don't have a lot of options, he went back. He went back. Here we have another check with the queen actually, so he went there, and you can see we have approximately the same position, but white managed to improve the position of that knight, and this knight is close to the enemy king, ready to give a lot of checks, and we can take this knight right now. So if you have a good move here, you have a good move to take the knight, but you should think for a better one. And he performed this maneuver, and now he just captured the knight, and after this he give a check there, clearing the square. He would like to clear the activity of that queen, and after this he just captured there, and now we have the final checkmate. It's here, Epaulet checkmate, because these two pawns play negative role. The king cannot go anywhere. So let's move forward to see more examples, and we are jumping instantly in this one. I'm going to connect this lesson actually with the next one. The next one is how to sacrifice the queen. I have fantastic queen sacrifices. I collected a lot of them, and let's focus in this game. Our goal here is to lure the king in the center of the board. How to do it? he cannot came by himself, so we need to do something. And here white played this brilliant move, queen takes f6. Whoa, queen takes f6, he has to go here, and now we have another check. He has to go there, and bishop on g7. This is the quiet move, as you already mentioned, because you can continue give forcing moves like this one, like h4, attacking the enemy king. But if we give this check instantly, you need to calculate. This is the first move that you need to calculate, but after this he can escape on h6, and if he goes on h6 it will be difficult for us to continue the attack. If he goes here, we can go back. You can say he can escape. For that reason we need a quiet move, and this quiet move is bishop to g7. Very important move. Now my computer suggests it is a checkmate in 4 moves. He is suggesting to sacrifice the rook here on d3, but you can see how desperate he is. And why we played this one? To control these 2 squares, and after that we are going to give another check there, and if he goes on h5 we can give a checkmate with the bishop, or if he goes in the other way we can give another check with the bishop from the other side. So here very important move, very strong move, bishop d7, and the checkmate is follow. Let's see now the final example. I'm excited here to show you the final example. Here we are. I'm going to flip the board, and you can see both of players actually castle, one castle long side, grabbing the king first of all to put it there, and now black captured the king, put it on g8, and after that the rook on f8. And here we have the position because white had this idea that he can play this move knight to b6 now. What it's doing? It's attacking the queen by the rook first of all. This bishop is protecting the knight, so queen cannot take there. And he has a problems actually, because the queen is under attack, the knight is under attack, the rook here is under attack, and it looks like that white is winning, right? But it's not the truth, because black is winning. Black actually can grab the advantage, and he can do it with this move, taking there, attacking the enemy king, and after that he just captures the knight. The position is approximately equal, and computer suggests this as little better for white actually. But believe me, it's extremely difficult to play with the white pieces here, because white pieces don't have activity. And without activity, you cannot find easy moves. You need to compose a very difficult plan here in order to develop your pieces. For example, my computer suggests this move, queen b1. I never thought about that. I'm not sure if you thought about this, because this pawn is hanging, you have to play something, and he played this one, the normal move. And let's see how the game developed here. He played this move, attacking the queen. He invited the enemy to give one of his developed pieces with this knight. We have competitive knights, he would like to recapture with the knight, and the queen feels uncomfortable. We have that, and now this one, he would like to put a knight there. He's opening the bishop, he's ready to jump forward on d8 in order to attack the enemy king. And the moves are not so easy with white side, right? We are limited, and our pieces here are not playing actually. We don't have a lot of good squares for that pieces. And now he played this one, try to eliminate that pawn, annoying pawn in the center of the board. We have this check here, another attack, he's attacking the queen. And he don't have a lot of moves actually, because the queen feels uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable here. For example, if he plays there, you can see we are in the firepower of that bishop, and we can give a discover check. So he just grabbed this one, take there, takes, and now we have another tactic actually. This is a tactic. He just captured the pawn, and actually queen cannot recapture the knight because we have this pin and he cannot do anything. We are going to gain back the queen with better position. For that reason he played this one. We have that, and you can compare the activity of the pieces. Black has an amazing position here with these brilliant pieces in the center of the board, ready to create an attack, ready to create some threats. We have a lot of targets. For example, will be a nice target by doubling the rooks there. Or we have another check here with the bishop. We have a lot of good activity. And here you can see my computer here suggests that black is completely winning, and we can understand this because the king is under fire here. The king and the white the black has extreme, very nice activity with his pieces, but this rook is very poor actually. The queen don't have any targets. For that reason, black is winning. And now we have this move here, try to double in the e file there, and now we have doubling, and after this he played this one to attack the pawn, he played there, we have this, regrouping the pieces, remaneuver the pieces in order to give this check. And now we have this one, try to do something, the bishop is in a target in any case, and he's threatening things like this actually. Knight to c5 is another threat, attacking the rook, attacking the bishop there. So he played this, and after this check he went there, and after that check he is forced to give more material. And it's an interesting part actually, because here white is luring the center of the board, white's king, and after this he give another check, and after that takes with the king. What else to do? If you take with the queen, we have rook to e3. So he played that one, and now another check. He went there, and a nice regrouping, putting the king, the bishop there in order to putting on g7, attacking the king. And after that, he give this move, controlling more squares. He don't want to allow the enemy king to escape. And after this, we have a check here. Very nice move, quiet move without the check. Rook to e6. He's controlling more squares. The king cannot march forward, as you can see. And after this, we have another brilliant move. You can continue giving checks. You are winning here. If you just give a check like this, it's a nice check actually. But he played a very nice quiet move. He would like to give this check on e5, but he don't like to block the activity of the bishop. For that reason, he played this move, bishop to a1. And the next move is rook to e5, and actually white cannot do anything here. For example, I added this move, and after that we have a brilliant checkmate. Please remember that we have this fantastic course, 42 attacking principles, in order to learn how to attack the enemy king and be successful. Attack is extremely important tool that you need in order to win more and more games. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.